ready for the new features in my...
Because if so, then welcome to 1.21.12. This is the latest beta and preview that has come out, and the last one before Minecraft Live for Bedrock. And what's interesting about it is it does have just 2 features, because they're hiding the rest to reveal at Minecraft Live, and of those 2 features, one is listed as a bug fix. Obviously, Mojang are playing their cards very tight to their chest, but that's what makes it so interesting, that there are some hints about exactly what might be coming based on what they've decided to update for technical and for add-on reasons today. And so I'm going to give you the 4 key takeaways from this update, and then we're going to go into a little bit of what's going on Java, because there's some interesting combat hints there too, and then we're going to talk about the new Minecraft Live thumbnail that they've just revealed, because it seems to say something very interesting. Speaking of very interesting, hopefully that's what you find these videos, subscribe if so, but let's get started with the first feature, and perhaps my favourite one Minecraft's added in a while. It's one you can only take advantage of on PCs, but they've made it so you can now move items using the number keys. That is to say, previously you could use the number keys to move across your hotbar. That is very cool, but now if you have a chest, you'll be able to, or even if you're in your inventory, you'll be able to move items using the number keys. If I put 5, I can swap what's in that 5 slot. If I press 6, I can swap what's in that 6 slot, and this will make inventory management for keyboard and mouse players much faster. It's very cool, and in creative, it allows you to do some very fun things, but for now you just need to know that there is a nice Java feature that's made its way over to Bedrock, and because it's parity, it's listed as a bug fix, but as far as any Bedrock player is concerned, brand new feature, that's why I like it. The second feature is fully accessibility focused. As we've seen, Minecraft Bedrock has made some pretty interesting decisions on that, to do with stained glass, to do with mobs, and indeed to do with the menu. This is what the menu looks like right here, by the way, and what's in, oh, I guess I'm in a realm, so the realm menu hasn't been moved around, but all of the other menus have been moved, so there's this giant space between all of the options. Now, what's interesting about this is they've also made it so that blocks are partially transparent, and the same is true for mobs, and a lot of people haven't liked this. I think it's like mostly fine, but a lot of people don't like this, and so they've decided for accessibility reasons, if this is a toggle that's meant to help people with accessibility, they should also allow it to be turned off, and so enable dithering for blocks and mobs is now here. You can turn both of these features off, and now when I get close to a block or close to the copper golem, I can see him solidly as if he is a real mob, because guess what? He in fact is. The same is true for stained glass and every other block. This is a great way for Mojang to do accessibility. Have features be turned on by default, sure, but don't have a way not to turn them off. I think they have a masterclass on how to add something and make the game a little bit better. So those are the first 2 features. Look at us zooming through it today. Let's now talk about the third and the fourth, and this is a little bit going into the speculation zone. The first of which is an actual bug fix they made this week. They made it so that the way biomes work vertically has been massively improved for vibrant visuals, and it means that it's easier to arbitrarily place, say, the lush caves or the deep dark biome. This is interesting. The idea of being able to vertically place these biomes in a more effective way, I wonder what could cause that to happen that way. I certainly hear this and think, well, it's cool for data pack people, but also it's kind of cool for the idea of making, say, an ocean biome. If that ocean biome were to get so deep that it were to move your underground biomes, it'd be really handy for Minecraft to lay the groundwork to make that happen. And so is this a hint at something ocean related? Well, it might seem that way, but let's talk about the fourth thing today. Yes, I'm still bad at numbers. I've tried everything to make a 4 in a 2x5 space, or even a 2x4 space. If you can do a decent 4, let me know how it would work, but this is the best 4 I've got for now, and I'm going to now tell you about the weird other hints that you can see on the changelog. So if you look into this week's changelog, you can see a lot of changes when it comes to experimental and stuff, but if we look at last week's, you can see this list. So this is listed under Molang, and to be clear, Molang is a language that is used for add-on creation. This isn't exposed for the base game, but they specifically say in that Molang wording that they've added query base swing duration, which returns the duration of a mob swing attack, and they also have modified swing duration if you were to modify that weapon's swing or attack. This is so interesting to me. I mean, how can it not be so interesting to you? It seems as though Mojang has just decided to keep track, just in case anyone wants to, of how long a swing is taking. Right now, on Minecraft Bedrock, all weapons take the same time to swing. There is no hit delay, and so are we finally getting Java-style combat of some form, or are they just making it possible for creators? That is something that is hard to say, but I guess we should say that let's move into the Java edition, because I feel like if you're feeling torn between these two things, oceans, and combat, let's say. I think you might be even more torn if you look at the Java pre-release 4. So Java is trying to get its Copper Age update released, while Bedrock is on its 4th beta for the update after the Copper Age. Java is still finishing up its version, and they've basically just fixed bugs to make stability. But let's read out 2 of those bugs to you, shall we? MC302039 is an interesting one because it allows Nautilus shells allows conduits to have that weren't having the block breaking animation to have those again, and they've also fixed MC302240, which was a bug on a ranged weapon. So you can see that if you are the community and you're wondering, oh, are Mojang hinting at the oceans, or are they hinting about weapons? On both Bedrock and Java, there is a change that hints towards oceans and a change that hints towards combat. And so is it the combat ocean update? Are Mojang trolling us? I just don't know. But speaking of things I don't know, let's move into the next section of this video, because it's actually going to need to be in an add-on enabled world. So this is me wearing my newest Boss Blitz helmet, but I'm here today with a different add-on, one that Minecraft actually made themselves. So before we move into the 6th and final part of the video, talking about the new Minecraft Live info, I want to talk about what we know going into it, because we've had 2 leaks so far, as I'm sure you know at this point. Spoiler alert if for somehow you've watched this far in the video and don't know what I'm talking about, but we've seen Conduit and Spear as the 2 looking leaks, and so they're leading in very different directions towards either a combat or an ocean update. But what's interesting is, although there is a Conduit that exists already, there isn't a Spear, right? Except there sort of is. You might recall the Minecraft movie server that they officially promoted, but also they made the Minecraft movie add-on, and so given that this is a Minecraft co-branded add-on, this is the closest thing we have to Minecraft themselves adding add-on content to the game. And so the Iron Spear and the Stone Spear and the Gold and the Everything Else Spear already exist in the game. This is already something that Minecraft thought was well enough balanced to put into one of their official add-ons, and although I'm not sure if I necessarily agree, quickly give it to me, but I do think it's absolutely fascinating that given the choice of creating a new weapon, as they had for Minecraft Dungeons, as they had for their Minecraft movie, as they did for the server of the movie, they chose the Spear every single time. And so for anyone out there who is a John skeptic, I would say that I'm like the most skeptical person. Everyone just says, yes, he is the one true leaker, everyone else is fake, or some people say everyone else might be real, but I say that even John is just a person, right? Even John is someone who could create fake things if he wanted to, but the Spear has so much truth backing it that even if you don't necessarily believe in him, well, you can probably believe that enough people at Mojang like the idea that it seems like if there was going to be a new weapon, that would be pretty high up on the list. Speaking of high up on the list, let's talk about that Minecraft Live thumbnail right after I go through some bits that I just like to share. I've had these saved up forever, and I just think they're fun. So the first of these is, why is there even a difference between coal and charcoal? Haven't you always thought it's weird that you can make coal blocks but not charcoal blocks? And interestingly, I used to sort of defend this by saying, well, obviously charcoal can be farmed much easier than coal, and so if you're going to have a super powerful block, it should be worth mining, but actually you can farm coal via wither skeletons anyway, and so should there even be a difference? I would argue, probably not. This is one of those weird quirks of Minecraft being old. Speaking of weird quirks of Minecraft being old, here is an extremely steep mountain someone found in Bedrock at these coordinates, 16.77 million. Fun fact, these actually exist on every Minecraft seed. The world just gets really broken when you get this far out, and so if you ever do, teleport yourself in creative, or if you go on a 16 million block journey because you're trying to create the walk to the far lands, then that is something that you could do. And finally, I have a minor parity annoyance between Java and Bedrock, which I never knew about. Honestly, it's weird because I was so used to the Bedrock way, the console way of doing things, which is this right method. I didn't even know that Bedrock was unique in having that gap between the signs. But if you notice, the signs on the said Java earlier actually had a bit of gap between them, and this is a fun difference that Bedrock and Java have that maybe you didn't notice. I know that this opinion literally gets you shot and then hung, drawn, and quartered, but I think that actually it looks better on the left. If I know it probably sucks if you're building a bed and you want to have a side skirt or whatever this is meant to be, but personally, I think it's way better to see 2 signs and know they're 2 distinct signs. If you are placing multiple signs for the sake of it, you want there to be some distinction, and so actually, is this a case where Minecraft Bedrock does parity better? Well, that's a debate. And then finally, just for something fun, this is from Bloozers, a member of our subreddit again. again, actually. They said, I made boat spawn eggs because that's what boats really are, and I absolutely love this. Boat spawn eggs and then chest boat spawn eggs. I think that this makes a lot of sense. Lots of things in Minecraft are actually entities, and so therefore we should have a way to spawn them in like entities. And okay, if you don't agree with that, then maybe something you'll find interesting is Minecraft Live. So here's this is something I want to give credit to Heuristic, the Minecraft wiki admin, for actually bringing to my attention, because Minecraft Live is something that really died off in hype over the years, and interestingly you can see that we're now on a bit of a bounce back. So here is Minecraft Live from the first half of this year. The announcement trailer got 2.2 million views, whereas already, with another week to go, the Minecraft Live trailer for this year has 3.3 million. Interestingly, going back to last year, you can see it's just 1 million, and so Minecraft Live is hugely on the up and up, and so I think that maybe as the drop system starts to come to maturity, as they work out what's happening here, are we entering another golden age of Minecraft in terms of both new people finding it, but also people getting back into it? I think that that might be true. But anyway, I've ignored this thing for long enough now. I need to talk about this Minecraft Live thumbnail because it is one of the most interesting points of discussion in the community. I think it's not entirely unfair to say, I think if you look at this, you can see why. Obviously, this makes reference to the copper armor, like the short I showed you at the start of the video did. Obviously, it makes reference to the copper golem, as you can see right there. But wait a minute, what color is the copper golem, and what color is the iron golem over there, and what is that mob on the far left? Since this is the Minecraft Live thumbnail, it was made by Mojang themselves, I think it's reasonable to look at this and have a little bit of a like, oh, so is this Mojang maybe hinting at a new type of zombie? But I would say for anyone who hasn't been following Minecraft Live for long enough, just know that all of these promotions come from Mojang, but a separate wing of the game development studio to the developers. There are going to be developers in the show, and they're going to be talking about things they have developed, but all of the stuff around it is obviously not done by developers because you want actual graphics artists or animation studios or whatever else you want to talk about here. And so whenever there is a trailer or whenever there is a thumbnail, it's always possible that if something is as subtle as this weird zombie or this iron and copper golem, it's either for artistic effect or it's just something that they missed and said, yeah, that looks Minecrafty enough to me. And so is this a sign of a brand new variant of the copper golem? Is this a sign of a brand new zombie variant? About a 1% chance, but unlike the new weapon, which looks even more likely day by day and sits at maybe a 90% chance, I would say that the odds of us getting any of this are slim to none, if at all. And so I think to round out this video, I think it's important to say that obviously we went through a lot with the beta preview, the pre-release, the Minecraft movie add-on, the bits, and the Minecraft Live weird stuff that the promotion is getting up to. But I think that the thing I'd like to end this on, because as always I like to do some analysis, is that we are currently at a moment of probabilities. We could have a ocean update, or we could have a combat update, or there is a small probability, I would put it at being quite low at this point, maybe 5 or 10%. There is a small probability, it has nothing to do with either of those things. However, I think it is instead more likely there's some twist on what we are expecting. Minecraft is getting very good at either leaking by accident or on purpose and sharing just enough via these little accidental or maybe on purpose hints via the changelog about exactly where they are going. And let me tell you, I'm excited to see what it is. As you can see from the trends of Minecraft social media, they are of the Minecraft Live announcement trailers, more and more people are interested in these, and I hope that they are here to deliver on those hopes, and I hope that they deliver on my hope. Does that even make sense? I sure hope it does. But yeah, right now I'm in a little bit of a hopium mode, but also a little bit of a real excitement mode, and so I look forward to seeing you for Saturday's Minecraft Live, and I'll be streaming a couple of times before then, but that is the big event. You want to make sure you don't miss it, and if you do miss it, I'll have a recap video on the channel. Thank you very much for watching this one. I hope you all enjoyed, because I'll see you next time. Goodbye.